to Deep Sleep Stories. Thank you to everyone who's been listening. If these stories help you relax or fall asleep, a short review, comment, or sharing the podcast with someone who might benefit is a simple and meaningful way to support the show so that we may continue to offer it for free. Now, take a slow, gentle breath and let's begin tonight's story.
Welcome to Deep Sleep Stories, a gentle place to rest your busy mind and soothe your spirit. Tonight, you're invited to settle into a tranquil space within yourself, preparing for a dreamy retreat by the ocean. In this story, you will drift along the lazy waves of a quiet beach, letting the steady rhythm of the sea carry you into a deep, peaceful slumber. As you listen, give yourself permission to let go of daily worries. Notice how your shoulders become lighter, your breathing softer, and each exhale more comforting than the last. This is your time to unwind, dear friend. Take a slow, cleansing breath, inhaling deeply through your nose and exhaling gently through your mouth. Feel the subtle warmth of the air against your skin and allow each breath to soothe you more than the one before. As you continue to breathe, imagine that with every inhale, you gather peaceful energy, and with every exhale, you release all that no longer serves you. Let the day's tensions fade, replaced by a sense of serene tranquility. In just a few moments, you will find yourself transported to a stretch of shoreline where the only companions you need are soft sand and rolling surf. As your body begins to relax, your mind starts to wander toward the soothing lull of the ocean. You can almost hear the gentle hush of waves kissing the shore, each one a tender invitation to let your thoughts drift away. Imagine a surfboard resting nearby, patiently waiting on a blanket of sand, promising a new kind of siesta, floating peacefully along the waves, far from responsibilities and noise. Let this image cradle your senses, preparing you for a story that will envelop you in nature's healing embrace. Now let's begin your journey into quiet shores and lazy waters. Far along a quiet coastline, a lone figure arrives at the fringe where ocean meets land. The tide hums a languid melody, swelling gently before rolling onto shore with a soft hush. Sand glistens like powdered gold beneath the forgiving rays of a late afternoon sun. Seagulls wheel lazily overhead, their plaintive cries blending with the sound of salt water lapping the beach. The figure, draped in a light, gauzy shirt and loose-fitting trousers, carries a surfboard tucked beneath one arm. With each step, their footprints mark the sand, only to be smoothed away by the next small wave. At first glance, the day seems almost too tranquil, as if the air itself has decided to rest. A gentle breeze wanders through the swaying palms, barely rustling their green fronds. Now and then, a crisp gust dances across the figure's cheeks, bringing with it the faint scent of sun-kissed driftwood and the slightest tang of ocean brine. Somewhere in the distance, the horizon shimmers in a dance of light, suggesting both the mystery and the majesty of the open sea. With patient grace, the figure sets the surfboard down. examining the surface of the gently rippling water. Soft curves of foam swirl around the ankles of the traveler, tickling the skin with a feathery touch. The water glimmers with flecks of gold and turquoise, inviting exploration without urgency. There's a sense of waiting here, a subtle lull, as if every passing moment is a reminder that time can be kind and unhurried. The figure takes a deep breath, feeling the lungs fill with pure ocean air, and quietly exhales. In that small moment, a feeling of complete serenity emerges. The world slows, and the gentle hush of waves seems to echo the quiet beat of a human heart. As the sun makes its slow, deliberate descent, light transforms across the sea's surface. The once bright turquoise shifts to a softer, muted blue, and glimmers of pale orange and pink begin to appear where the sun's glow touches the water. The figure runs a careful hand along the board, tracing the smooth material with fingertips as they remember all the rides over waves, each a moment of union between body and water. But there is no rush today. There is only the promise of drifting, maybe dozing, upon this gentle giant of the sea, letting time fade into the background. Drawing closer to the water's edge, the figure places the board gently on the surface, watching it bob and settle. A shy wave laps against it, creating a soft splash that dissolves into tiny droplets. The figure notices the reflection rippling along the board's glossy side, a fleeting mirror that reveals the pastel sky above. Although the beach remains quiet, there is life all around. A hermit crab scuttles by, leaving miniature tracks behind, while small fish dart in the shallows, shimmering for an instant before they vanish deeper into the sea. Everything moves slowly, as if lulled by an unspoken lullaby. Careful steps carry the traveler out into knee-deep water, each footstep stirring the cooling sand below. The hush of waves rises and falls, carrying a delicate sense of rhythm that feels like a timeless lull. Soon, the figure is waist-deep, lightly holding onto the surfboard, allowing gentle swells to cradle it. There's a decision to be made, to climb onto this quiet raft and let the water offer its soothing dance. A patient, warm presence seems to radiate from the ocean, as if it welcomes the figure into a realm where tension dissolves and a restful calm takes its place. Slowly, the figure settles onto the board, letting the body stretch out. The arms rest by the sides, fingertips lightly trailing in the water. A mild breeze caresses the traveler's face, carrying the distant echo of palm leaves and the faint rhythmic pulse of waves. Beneath the board, the ocean gently rises and falls, a living cradle that sways with ancient, patient wisdom. The figure surrenders to this motion, allowing the mind to drift away from worry. A quiet hum of contentment spreads through every nerve, as though the sea itself breathes reassurance into the traveler's heart. In the distance, a pelican glides low over the surface, dipping its beak into the water, for a quick morsel before continuing on its unhurried path. Above, the sky slowly morphs from a clear midday canvas to a tapestry of blush, pink, and lavender. Clouds gather into soft shapes, tinted by the fading sunlight. Each wave that passes beneath the board rocks it gently, creating a rhythm reminiscent of being held in caring arms. The figure closes their eyes for a moment, hearing only the liquid hush and the low hush of a breeze. Time seems to unravel, leaving only peace. Now adrift, the figure's thoughts float along images of calm shorelines, warm dunes, and seashells washed clean by the tide. With no pressing concerns, the traveler's imagination roams gently, taking in small details: the swirl of a seashell's pattern, the curve of a wave as it rises, and the velvet texture of smooth sand underfoot. Each new thought drifts like a cloud across the mind's horizon, never lingering too long. It's a gentle sort of daydream, where one moment flows effortlessly into the next, guided by the soft push and pull of the sea. All is languid, calm, and safe. The sun, a gentle orb of fading gold, hovers just above the horizon. Its final rays melt across the water, painting the waves in muted tones of orange and pink. The sky above seems to deepen into lavender as evening slowly claims the day. The figure opens their eyes briefly, gazing at the endless expanse of water, then allowing the eyelids to close once more. The sea's lullaby continues, a rhythmic hush that quiets any lingering tension. Each breath feels deeper, every muscle softer. If a gentle nap takes hold, it will be a welcome companion here on the drifting board. Nearby, a cluster of tall grasses rustles softly on a dune. Their slender blades sway in unison, dancing to the same breeze that plays across the waves. The figure drifts past, barely noticing the subtle changes in the current's direction. A gentle ripple might turn the board ever so slightly, but there is no cause for alarm, only the sense of letting go. The ocean floor, not too far below, is dotted with tiny shells and bits of coral, each a silent testament to nature's slow artistry. In this moment, everything is interconnected, from the softest breeze to the smallest fish. As the minutes slip by, dusk's twilight envelops the horizon. Purple shadows stretch across the beach, and the sun's glow is now a subdued ember low in the sky. The figure remains afloat, resting on the board as if it were a comfortable raft meant for daydreams. The mind wanders from memory to memory, lingering on tranquil images, perhaps a childhood day on a similar shore, or the softness of a lullaby once heard long ago. These recollections merge seamlessly with the present, weaving a tapestry of gentle sensations that wrap the traveler in warmth, like a beloved blanket on a chilly evening. A gentle yawn escapes, and the figure shifts slightly, adjusting arms and legs. The board rocks in a comforting arc, and a faint smile adorns the traveler's lips. Some seagulls have found their nests for the night, their calls replaced by the subtle orchestration of evening insects in the nearby dunes. The ocean itself remains a calm companion, patient and motherly in its rhythmic ebb and flow. A salty scent clings to the traveler's skin, and with each easy breath, a sense of pure relaxation settles deeper into every cell. There is no agenda here. There's only rest. In the velvety hush of twilight, the figure's breathing aligns with the gentle sway of the surfboard. Each inhale corresponds with a swell beneath the board, and every exhale seems to send tension away, lost in the expansive hush of the ocean's surface. Far above, the first stars begin to reveal themselves, timid pinpricks of light against the darkening sky. A glimmer catches the figure's eye, then another, until a faint trail of starlight begins to form. With the day's cares left behind on the shore, the traveler drifts further into the cradle of evening, lulled by the hush of the waves. The beach itself becomes a quieter world as night settles in. Small creatures scurry among the dunes, searching for morsels in the cool sand. The tide continues its slow dance, each wave rolling in with a gentle sigh before receding again into the limitless sea. The figure lets the mind relax, drifting through half-formed dreams. Perhaps a memory of a warm fire on a beach, under a moonlit sky, or the sound of laughter carried on salty breeze. Each recollection surfaces and fades, like footprints in wet sand dissolving under a wave. It is a soft, comforting release. Overhead, the sky now wears a cloak of deep indigo, flecks of silver shimmer reflecting on the calm waters below. A crescent moon arcs across the horizon, offering its gentle glow to the restful scene. The figure, feeling the subtle shift in temperature as night settles in, allows this quiet transition to cradle them further into drowsiness. The lullaby of the tides grows softer, more intimate, as if whispering assurances that all is well. Each gentle motion of the board reinforces the sensation of being gently rocked, a timeless comfort that transcends words and stories, weaving itself into the traveler's dreams. There is a serene solitude here, yet it never feels lonely. The ocean itself is a companion, as is the star-strewn sky and the unspoken presence of the world around. The figure's heartbeat slows to match the unhurried rhythm of the water's movement. Lashes rest softly against sun-kissed cheeks, and a wave of peace flows through every limb. Thoughts, if they arise, come gently, without demand or urgency. Instead, each idea floats in like a small boat, drifts for a while, then departs quietly, leaving space for calm. The hush of this beach evening is an invitation to sink deeper into rest. Not far from where the figure drifts, the beach transforms under the moonlight. Pale shells shimmer in the soft glow, and the gentle slope of the shore glints like silver dust. Occasionally, a sigh of wind stirs, causing small ripples on the water's surface. The board responds with a barely perceptible bob, a tender reminder of this watery cradle. There is a sense of timelessness in the air, as though the ocean has always been here, waiting for quiet souls to find solace upon its waves. Tonight, it has welcomed this traveler, offering the gift of dreamy rest. Cradled by the steady rise and fall beneath them, the figure's breathing deepens, each exhale drifting into a light doze. The mind floats between awareness and gentle slumber, lulled by the orchestra of night sounds, the distant hush of waves meeting sand, the whisper of a breeze in the palms, and the subtle night calls of creatures on the shore. In this lull, the body grows heavy in that delicious way that precedes true rest, each muscle surrendering to a soothing weightlessness. The stars above stand vigil, watching over this peaceful scene, while the moon lends its gentle glow. Softly, the figure shifts, letting one hand dip into the water. The coolness is pleasant, a subtle contrast to the warm night air. Tiny phosphorescent plankton flicker beneath the surface in places, adding an otherworldly sparkle to the water. It's as if the ocean holds its own tapestry of stars beneath the waves, mirroring the sky above. The figure's heart feels light, unburdened, and the swirl of breath and ocean hush merges into a single soothing melody. In this half-dream state, the lines between day and night, sky and sea, conscious and unconscious, all begin to blur. An hour might pass, or perhaps only moments. Time means little in the arms of the ocean. The figure's eyelids grow heavier, while the gentle motion of the surf lulls them further into a realm of restful dreams. Some nights might bring stirring adventures or vibrant visions, but tonight is devoted to quiet respite. The water's rhythm is unbroken, unwavering, a comforting anchor in a drifting world. All around, the darkness carries a soft glow, a luminescent hush that reveals beauty, even in the absence of sunlight. Everything breathes ease and gentleness, guiding the traveler steadily toward deeper relaxation. From somewhere on the shore, the distant whisper of rustling reeds adds a soothing undertone. A single driftwood log rests along the water's edge, occasionally tapped by a playful wave. The figure, half asleep, senses the infinite nature of this moment. The hush is not emptiness, but a fullness of quiet presence, alive and flowing. Sleep approaches with open arms, as though the gentle tides themselves are coaxing the traveler to surrender to sweet oblivion. Each drifting wave, each flutter of a breeze, every starlit shimmer affirms that this time is meant for rest, for that deep exhale that leads to true restoration. The silhouette of the figure upon the surfboard merges seamlessly with the tranquil seascape. There is no tension in that form, no anxious posture or rigid lines, only the gentle curve of someone at peace. If there were any onlookers, they might see a human shape gently rocked by the moonlit waves, entirely safe in the ocean's embrace. But there are no watchers now. Even the gulls have settled, and the day has bid its final farewell. Only the wide open sky and the compassionate sea remain, guardians of this perfect moment, where quiet harmony replaces any need for words. At times, a wisp of cloud slides across the moon, momentarily darkening the waters, then drifting away to let the gentle glow return. It is a graceful ballet that echoes the ebb and flow below. The figure sleeps lightly, cradled by the calm waves, occasionally drifting close to the shore, then drifting out again, always safe within the arms of the night. Dreams linger just beyond consciousness, tranquil visions carried by the sea's gentle motion. In these dreams, the traveler might glide effortlessly across shimmering waves or rest beneath a glowing sky, feeling only warmth and softness wherever they turn. As the night deepens, a sense of timelessness takes hold. Crickets hidden among the grasses begin their lullaby, a comforting drone that weaves into the gentle slosh of waves. The air is pleasantly cool, brushing across the traveler's cheeks. Every sensation is tender, calming, designed to invite deeper and deeper rest. The figure breathes in unison with the rolling tide, merging with the heartbeat of the earth. Even the simplest gesture, a slight tilt of the head or the gentle flutter of eyelashes, blends seamlessly into the hush. The universe, it seems, is content to cradle this sleeper in a soothing cocoon of stillness. In the quiet grace of this nocturnal hour, the figure's dreams unfold like soft petals. Perhaps they see themselves strolling along the shore at dawn, collecting shells that glisten under the first rays of sunlight. Or maybe they dream of the surfboard, gently tracing patterns upon the water, leaving tiny trails of phosphorescent glow. These visions carry a gentle sweetness, free of tension and worry. Subconsciously, the figure realizes that nothing more is required than to be here, to rest, and to let the gentle presence of the ocean heal whatever small knots remain in the mind or body. Sometimes a memory from waking life might slip in, a snippet of laughter shared with a friend, or the comforting warmth of a favorite blanket on a chilly night. Yet each memory is bathed in the same easy, rhythmic peace of the present moment. They blend together, forming a quiet lullaby of recollection, longing, and contentment. The figure floats beyond care, drifting freely in the realm that lies between wakefulness and dreaming. The waves offer their constant reassurance, a song older than words, a gentle invitation to rest. The hush continues, layered with each breath in the quiet hush of watery rhythms. As the night matures, a deeper sense of tranquility settles in. The figure's mind gently recedes from all conscious thought, allowing the subtle hum of the ocean to guide them into deeper layers of rest. No stirring thought disrupts this peaceful drift. The gentle rocking of the surfboard is all that remains in the traveler's awareness, and even that awareness is soft, pliant, easily carried away by the next wave of drowsiness. The beach stands as a silent witness, a backdrop of pure serenity. In that hush, the figure sinks further into a realm where only the calming presence of sleep exists. A faint rustle in the distance marks a shift in the breeze, or perhaps the gentle stirring of a night creature, but nothing disturbs the figure's repose. The ocean hums, the stars flicker, and the surfboard drifts on with slow, circular patterns that overlap and create a tranquil mosaic upon the surface. In this harmonious union of water and night, the figure drifts in restful oblivion, aware only of the warm cradle that carries them. The hush of the waves remains a patient lullaby, guiding the traveler toward deeper layers of sleep, whispering promises of renewal when dawn eventually comes. The hours glide by, each moment blending seamlessly into the next. Under the watchful gaze of the stars, the figure's breathing steadies into the gentle cadence of profound relaxation. Thoughts dissolve into the comforting darkness replaced by the soft, persistent lull of the ocean. Like a tranquil lullaby, the hush of the waves ensures that rest deepens, coaxing the traveler deeper into a healing slumber. No sudden stir or intrusive sound interrupts this peace. The beach, the board, and the sea stand together in a harmonious tableau, protecting and nurturing the sleeper. Night has fully embraced the shore, and sleep has woven its tender spell. In that quiet realm, where dreams and reality intermingle, every pulse of the ocean resonates as a reminder that all is well. In the gentle hush before dawn, a final breeze carries the soft promise of a fresh beginning. The figure remains at ease, embraced by the cradle of the surfboard, the lull of the sea, and the whisper of the night sky. Soon the edges of morning will glow on the horizon, and with it, a renewed sense of calm and clarity. But for now, the world rests in moonlit slumber, inviting every soul to join in its soothing rhythms. In this place of stillness, hearts find solace and minds find peace. Let sleep carry you further, deeper into that renewing darkness. Good night, dear traveler. Sleep well, enfolded in the quiet comfort of the ocean's tender embrace.